there was one clear moment, which was so prior to what I'm doing now, I had a first startup that I sold. And towards the end, I had literally a burnout. And not a burnout in the sense of, oh, I need a long weekend to rest, an actual burnout. And it came for very obvious reasons because I was literally traveling every month overseas, going nonstop. Um, and so approaching it from a point of view that I've got my battery is unlimited. And then I sort of crashed. Um, and I think I realized at that point that if I was sort of to do it again and do another startup, for example, which, I did, I don't think I will be able to last as long. And so I decided to think, well, how can I approach it differently? Even though I'm going to do the same thing, the goal
Mhm.
being the same, how do I do it differently? Maybe building on what I said, what I realized really doesn't work is the approach of the marathon. The marathon is an approach where you go, I'm just going to give it all until I can, like, work as many hours as possible. And then I'll just rest when I'm exhausted. And what I'm doing now is an approach that I've learned from kind of research, actually, is a sprint and recover approach. I sprint, so I work hard during a day, but I take all the measures to recover more frequently, meaning good rest at
Mhm.
night and other stuff that I do, a few protocols that allows me to sort of reset every time.
At that point, I'll sleep. But until then, we keep working regardless, no matter what. Um, so I resonate with what you're talking about there.
Yeah, and
And
I'll just say
so,
one thing on that one, just quickly, which is
sure.
interesting, is I read this book called Why We Sleep, and it was very interesting because many of us have in mind certain uh, big leaders in life that have worked and only say they sleep 5 hours. What many of us don't know is that many of them had ended up with dementia just
Wow.
because they didn't sleep so much. Yeah, so many people that we associate with, oh yeah, these are warriors. I'm a warrior too. But then nobody tells you what happens, when they're off the scene. And yeah, so that was a wake up call for me when I read that.
So, what would you say? Like, what did midlife force you to stop ignoring? And what changed once you paid more attention to it?